All right, everyone. Today I am inside this brand new 2024 Ford F-150 XLT 302a. So Ford has just done a refresh for 2024, and I'm going to walk you through some of the changes as well as just the features and menus of this interior. If you're looking to get one, or if you already have one, maybe let's give you a little bit of insight. So let's start over here. So you see this has big tow mirrors. That is an option on this particular truck. So this has the upgraded tow mirror option, but what is not a option is what's under the mirror, which is both zone lighting, turning the whole outside of the truck into a flashlight using LED lights underneath the mirrors and the tailgate and the headlights, and all around cameras. So standard feature for 2024 on the XLT, which is pretty cool. Also going to tell you about this standard feature. What is this? That is the Ford BlueCruise. So that little sensor watches your eyes, and if you turn on Ford's BlueCruise, which is their fully autonomous driving system, that'll watch your eyes to make sure you don't fall asleep while you're using it. That is a subscription-based system that also is pre-mapped on certain roads. It's pretty cool. It does let you just drive down the road without touching the wheel, and it's nice that it's on an XLT. Down below we've got power locks, we've got our power window switches, power mirrors and power window switches. In here, these are the lights underneath the mirrors, and there's a couple different ways for you to turn those on, but that's one of them. This is to put our tailgate down. Then these are set it and forget it headlight switches, so you roll them forward to change the lights from automatic to park light to off to fully on. And then this is a cargo lamp that is above the rear sliding back window. These are interior dimmer switches, so you can brighten up the interior lights or dim them. And then we have our emergency brake down here. On the steering wheel, so we've got our wiper switches here, and you can turn them just on to make them faster or slower, and then signal light switch. This is also where you can flash your high beams from, so pull that and you'll see your high beams. And then on our steering wheel itself, we've got some instrumentation or some controls here, and a lot of these controls are for the all new digital display. Now I say all new, it was in the last previous few years for the higher trims, but now on an XLT you get a full digital display, which is awesome. I do love this. It's one of the reasons that a lot of people wanted a Lariat before, and now you don't need to get that. You can actually save them some money and go with the XLT version. And inside this digital display, you have a digital speedometer, you have your tachometer, you can customize some of the gauges. You also have speed sign recognition software, which is awesome. So as you go by speed limit signs, it'll display them in there for you, and that camera is actually up in this sensor right there. Now on the steering wheel, another big upgrade for 24 on the XLT is adaptive cruise control, one of my favorite features. So this will slow you down with the vehicle in front of you. You can see right here, I just press set, and then if I hit that space button, it is going to change the distance that our truck is following the vehicle in front of us, which is great. I love it on the highway for those people who can't decide what speed to set their cruise control at, because they're like, hey, I'm going to set it to this, and then I'm going to change, and I'm going to change. It doesn't matter. We'll just follow them. The other beautiful thing about this, you can turn on the intelligent feature, which will let you change speed limits with your cruise control based on the speed limit sign as you go past them. So increase or decrease your speed based on those speed limit signs. Also have a lane detection system, so this will keep you in your lane or give you an audible chime if you're leaving your lane, as well as this button doubles for the semi-autonomous driving system called lane centering that Ford has. So you have the fully autonomous that sensor is for, and then the semi-autonomous system, it also uses that sensor, but the way it works isn't for pre-mapped roads, and you don't need a subscription. You just press this button, a steering wheel will appear on your display, and then it will drive itself based on the lines on the road and steer the steering wheel. It's not fully autonomous, but it's pretty cool. Then we do have volume control for a stereo and voice recognition system. On this side, we have some controls for that digital display. We then have phone controls and controls for the stereo system on there, which is nice. This is a leather wrap steering wheel. It feels nice. And then we've got a new shifter. Well, it's not new, but the 302a used to be in the middle console. Now the standard 302a shifter is up on the column. which isn't bad. It actually makes it nice and easy to shift with and keeps it out of the way. Manual mode, can shift through your 10 speeds here. I know some people like having it here, but also it's nice to have this space freed up. So now you have all this space to put things. As you can see, I'm doing that, and it even has a little false floor, so you can put more documents like insurance or registration or something down there. So it is handy. If you do want to get rid of this, you have to go with the black appearance package. That will give you a console shifter again, or get a lariat. But in an XLT, black appearance package gets you that shifter in the middle in a 302a or a 303a if you were in one. Up top, we've got a speaker here. We got a place to put things. We've got this big, awesome screen. This debuted in 2021. Love it. Love the software, the Sync 4, all of that goes in it. Up above, we've got some buttons. What are these? Because this is a 3.5 liter, it has engine auto off. Then we also do have the around view camera system I was telling you about. Really cool in here. If you press this plus button, we can actually zoom in on corners of the cab or other things if we want. We can turn on and off our backup sensors really quickly just by pressing this button, because that's handy if you're backing up and you don't know, you got a trailer on or something and it's annoying you. You can turn it off quickly, and then this gives you a whole host of different ways to see the cameras. So front camera, triple view camera, backup camera, put on the hitch camera, blind spot camera. That's a good one. And then last but not least, the auxiliary trailer camera. I love this. You can hook that up for being able to see a backup camera on your trailer. And if we press this screen, we can see different camera views with the auxiliary camera. So these are actually my blind spot cameras and my auxiliary, or if I press this, flips them, and my auxiliary camera's down there and my blind spot is there. So handy. Thanks, Ford. This P button takes you to your park sensors, so pretty easy. Additional settings will take us to the front and rear sensors can be separated. Love that. So we have front and rear sensors on an XLT 302a for this year, and I can turn off just the back or just the front. I don't have to turn them all off together. I like that customization. Coming back out of here, we got four-way flashers, and we have not hill descent control, traction control. This doesn't have an FX4 package. If it did, there'd be one more button, and that would be hill descent control. In here, you've got some information. So the screen's great. It has animation. It can play videos. It has color. I love how it works. There's widgets on the bottom. You've got audio. You've got phone. You've got navigation. We can put a favorite button. Apps. This doesn't do much, but you basically just know if you're connected to Apple CarPlay or Android Auto or one of the Ford apps. Settings and features. So let's walk through this. I should mention, okay, so obviously here is what's displayed in whichever button you press. Time, dual climate control. It says low here, it says low there. If we move that, so you can see those are moving in sync, but we can move them one at a time if we want. We can see that I'm changing the temperature from both sides. And then we have whether it's communicating with the modem and a Wi-Fi signal, because it does have a modem and can connect up to 10 devices. Then exterior temperature, so it is 20 degrees outside, not bad today, it's Celsius. Little side cards here we can go up and down with. Gives us some information about fuel economy and eco behavior, off-road status, and then if we press this little button here, I'm pressing too much at once, it doesn't like me. Okay, I'm bad for clicking buttons, so if I press this, then we can go through just like this if we feel like it. In the audio, so you can see we can direct tune to a radio station. We can go in and customize sound, which sound means just your tone settings and balance and fade. We can go into sources and pick what radio we're listening to. It has satellite radio, Bluetooth, AM and FM. Satellite I never thought was a big thing. I was like, hey, that comes in almost everything now. Until during COVID, it was removed in a lot of our vehicles. So now I really appreciate every vehicle that has satellite radio. Phone, press phone, you can add your phone here. This has not only Bluetooth but wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so if you're connecting a phone with this, if you have the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto button or enabled, this will become that button for those when that phone's enabled, and you can bring up all the apps on your phone. It works amazing. It's one of my favorite things, and you can have it full screen Apple CarPlay, full screen Android Auto. Navigation, this has a navigation. It can be connected through Ford. It is subscription based if you want it to do that for weather and traffic updates. Otherwise, we just use it as a map that's literally here. So if we want to activate, and you have to use the Ford Pass mobile app to do that, to be able to use it for directions, have weather, have traffic updates, we have to pay for that. And you can buy models where you get a connected trial navigation for a little while, but this particular one does not come with anything like that. So if you see a map and wonder why you can't use it, you have to actually pay and connect the navigation service through the Ford Pass app. Now we can make this full screen. It's one of the only things you can make full screen other than Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Favorites, if we press this button, we can take any of these little buttons and make them our favorite button down here. So I like zone lighting. One of my favorite to make as a favorite. What is zone lighting? Well, if we press this favorite button that I just made, we can use the whole outside of the vehicle as a flashlight. I turn this on, I can go all zones, or I can pick which zone I want to light up. In the winter, you get a lot of darkness, and it's nice to have that as basically a portable light tower. Apps, I mentioned, this is a little bit useless, but there are some mobile apps. Sync app, I believe, you can get to sync with the vehicle. I'm not sure how helpful that is. And Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, if you wanted to, you could go into here and connect that as well. Settings, this is where all our settings are found. So we've got radio, vehicle. This gives you all kinds of information about like your locks and your door keypad code and your wipers and all that stuff. If we come out of here, you can add your phone, you can set the clock, you can take a look at the navigation. We can go into general. These are general measurements for the most part if you want to change the measurements or language. We've got sound, display. You can go in and play with the brightness and whether the auto mode is on. Calm mode or display off. We can also do from this button. So I can press these in the screen, or I can just hit this button and it'll put us to a calm mode or display right off. Press it again, comes all back on. Come over here, connectivity for your Wi-Fi, Ford Assistant for the voice recognition system, vehicle hotspot if you want to pay for Wi-Fi and use your vehicle as a hotspot, 911 assist, which use your cell phone, mobile apps again found in that apps part, valet mode, so it just locks out certain features if you're giving your key to a valet, and then software updates. This one's kind of a good one. When you go into software updates, if you turn on automatic updates, it'll automatically update this, kind of like your phone has updates. It'll update it when it needs to, the software, and then you can actually set schedules and it'll tell you if there was an update and what update details are available. Features, when we go in here, we've got driver assistance, zone lighting, towing, and owner's manual. Driver's assistance is all the safety features. So auto hold, cruise control, speed limit assist, lane keeping, pre-collision, exit warnings, blind spot, trailer stuff, cross traffic, all of these features. I could spend a long time going through these, but I don't want this to be an hour-long feature video. So you guys, there is a lot of features in this truck, especially on the screen, but at least you're getting to see where some of this stuff is. Back out of here, zone lighting, which I made as a hotkey down here now. Towing, you can actually go in and really set up and manage your towing. If you've got different trailers, if you want to do a trailer light check, if you want to go in for trailer notification connections and sway control, maintenance reminders. It's really kind of cool that Ford has put all these trailer tow sections in. Owner's manual, just like it sounds. You go in, replaces the fact of having a book to scroll through. A lot of us use Google now or whatever anyways. I always do find this takes a bit to load. So yeah, not like crazy long, but what was that? Like probably 7 or 8 seconds. So it's a lot of information. There's videos in here. I do love the visual search. It's kind of awesome that you can just go in and press and go, oh, I see that looks like what I'm looking for. Oh, it's tune. Okay. And then we can scroll down or we can page over to see the next pages. So that's kind of handy. As we come down here, volume controls to your steering wheel. I mentioned some of this. So these are your track, play, pause. Press this button and it brings up your tone settings. Press this button and it would have shown me what radio station we were on. So I can see we're on hits 1. And I'm basically just going through my presets. So it's going through these ones on the bottom that I've preset by pressing that button. Screen to either calm mode or off or back on. And then we have our climate controls, so my side, my passenger side. And if the temperatures aren't set the same, so I've got 16 and 21 right now, press dual and they will match up. We've got max defrost. These are the different ways to change the heat direction in the cab. So whether you want feet, face, or defrost. And you can do all three at once, which Ford's one of the only ones they can do that with. So that's kind of cool. Close that out. Recirculating air, max AC, puts as cold and as much fan as it can, blowing right on you. Rear defrost for both your back window and your mirrors. This is your fan selector switch, air conditioning, and heated seat. Now, new for heated seats, 302a comes with heated seats, as this 303 in the XLT. New, when we press this, there's an auto temperature setting. So if I go down through them, and one more time, now the seat is actually going to come on automatically when it feels like it's cold outside. Kind of a cool feature. Thanks, Ford, for adding that in for 2024. This has the mobile office package, so that is going to give you a couple things. One of them being a wireless charger. So that's why this one has a wireless charger. If yours does, that's why you have it. You have the mobile office package. Also has a USB and USB-C plug. That's standard on them. Again, this new space. Mobile office package also comes with a mobile office workspace. Fold that up. We then have upper and lower section. So you've got 2 more USB-Cs in there, so that's 3 up front total. Now, because this has the tow haul package, we also have Pro Trailer Backup Assist. So this lets you steer a trailer while backing up using this dial instead of the steering wheel. Why would you do that? Because it counter steers for you. If you are a novice trailer backer-upper, or if it's a really small trailer, because sometimes those get wily on you, like a little boat or whatever garden trailer, this counter steers. So if I turn it left, the trailer goes left. If I turn it right, the trailer goes right. It is kind of handy. Big trailers I don't like it for as much, but the little trailers, pretty awesome. Also, trailer brake controller. So if you want one of those now, it used to be a standard feature on an XLT 302a. Now you have to add the tow haul package to get that built in. Remember that. If you don't have one, that's probably why you don't have that package. If you do, that's why you have that package. These are the gain for the increase or decrease amount of trailer brake you're adding on. And then our 4-wheel drive, 2 high, 4 high, 4 low. This has a locking rear differential. We just press that button to lock it. And then see on the screen right there, the locker came on when I pressed that button. Press it again, turns it off. And drive modes. What are drive modes? Well, when we turn this dial up on our nice digital cluster, we can go from normal over to slippery to off-road. And then if we go the other direction, we will be in tow haul, eco, or sport mode. And sport, so sport, eco, and tow mode change the transmission shift points and the throttle response. And also in sport mode, it changes the exhaust. Now, I don't know if that's actually the exhaust or through the speakers. I think it's probably a speaker thing, but it does sound like you're revving it up a little more. It's fun. Who cares? On the other side here, we do have our 12-volt power supply and inverted power supply. That's handy. 2 glove boxes. Don't try to force this open. Just press this button. Come up top, electrochromatic auto-dimming mirror, some map lights, control for our power rear sliding window, and last but not least, sunglasses holder. Well, I guess not last but not least, I should open these up and tell you you've got mirrors with no lights. I don't know why didn't they put lights. The truck can drive itself, but it doesn't have lights in there. Sorry about that, but it's a small feature, I guess. That is pretty much a walkthrough of the interior of the new 2024 XLT 302a. This has the mobile office package. It also has the tow haul package. So if there's some features in here that you don't have and you're wondering why, you probably don't have those packages. If you have FX4 package, again, you'll have an extra button. You'll also have one extra mode when you're turning these. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Do me a huge favor, click subscribe to this channel. Go ahead and hit that bell icon and you'll be notified every time I make a video. And if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Thanks, everyone.